If you were watching Monday night and felt the whole league shift in real time, you're not imagining it. One sloppy performance, one loud media take, and one quiet roster move in Foxborough just collided into the kind of week that can shape January before the ball is even snapped. All right, before we get into it, do me a favor, hit the like button, subscribe if you're riding with Patriots Nation, and drop a comment as we go. Because I already know this one is going to split people. Be honest, if there's even a realistic path to another Super Bowl, would you pay any price to get there? The MVP conversation doesn't usually flip on one night. But after Matthew Stafford's lackluster performance against the Atlanta Falcons on Monday Night Football, it felt like the horse race tilted toward Foxborough. And now the sophomore sensation out of New England, Drake Maye, looks like the presumptive favorite for the 2025 MVP award. It's not hard to see why. First year with Mike Vrabel, the Patriots jump out to a 13-3 start. Maye's leading the league in completion percentage and passer rating, and the word you keep hearing around this offense is consistency. Not just numbers, week-to-week identity. Then comes the part that makes Patriots fans sit up straighter, the comparisons. Most people fight the urge because it's loaded, until Colin Cowherd said the quiet part out loud. With the Patriots back in the mix for the #1 seed in the AFC, he leaned all the way in. Drake Maye is Tom Brady with a little mobility. That's a massive compliment. It's also a weight. The second you put that label on a guy, every throw turns into proof, for or against a legacy that isn't his yet. Cowherd doubled down with Nick Wright, arguing Maye is going to win MVP and has been the most consistent quarterback since week 3. Wright didn't call it crazy, but he did argue the award has basically become a December sprint after the league decides who's eligible. He even pointed to Stafford's monster game against the Seattle Seahawks, 457 yards and 3 touchdowns against one of the better defenses in football, as proof that one ugly Week 17 shouldn't erase everything. I get the argument, but Vegas doesn't care about your feelings. Once the Falcons were officially declared the winners on MNF, Maye's MVP odds jumped to 340 on FanDuel. That's you're the guy to beat, heading into the final week of the 2025 regular season. Now the tension is obvious. Do the Patriots play it safe, protect the bigger goal, and avoid anything weird, or keep the rhythm and let Maye finish what he started? Vrabel told reporters after the team returned to the facility on Monday that probably everybody that's healthy will play. And yeah, that presumably includes Maye. So sure, there's always a world where he plays himself out of it. But this offense hasn't lived on peaks and valleys. It's been steady and repeatable. And barring an absolute catastrophe, Maye is staring at an MVP in just his second pro season, something only Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes, Dan Marino, and Kurt Warner have pulled off. But Patriots Nation, you know the real point. What changes how the NFL talks about you is what happens after Week 18. And that's why the next part matters. While everyone's yelling about MVP odds, the front office is doing the quiet work that decides whether January holds up under pressure. 2 interior offensive linemen came through Gillette Stadium to begin the final week of the regular season. According to the NFL Transaction Wire, the Patriots hosted free agents Doug Kramer Jr. and Thomas Perry for workouts on Tuesday. Kramer's 27, entered the league with the Chicago Bears in the 6th round of the 2022 draft, and he's also been with the Arizona Cardinals and Seattle Seahawks. He's handled snaps on offense and special teams, and he's worked between center, guard, and even fullback. That versatility matters because injuries don't care what your best 5 look like on paper. Perry's 22, a former Middlebury guard who went undrafted in 2025 but got looks in rookie minicamp with the Ravens and Steelers. 3 straight first-team All-NESCAC honors, 30 consecutive starts to finish his college career, and he even took reps at center at the East-West Shrine Bowl, first ever attendee from his school. Why does it matter right now? Practical reason, New England has an open practice squad spot after defensive tackle Jeremiah Farms Jr. got promoted to the 53-man roster. They've also been active on the back end, re-signed tight end Marshall Lang, and released running back Jashawn Corbin from the practice squad group. That's a staff trying to stay sharp without getting caught thin. And it's a message too. The Miami Dolphins are coming to Foxborough for the season finale, kickoff set for 4:25 p.m. ET on Sunday. And you don't bring in trench depth on Tuesday unless you're thinking beyond one afternoon. And speaking of the future and the margins, there's a bigger chessboard idea being floated, one that can start comment wars instantly. Yes, the Patriots can add through the 2026 draft, but they also already have one of the better young cores in the NFL. Offensively, Drake Maye, Tre'Veyon Henderson, Kayshon Boutte, Kyle Williams, Will Campbell, and Jared Wilson are all 23 or younger. Defensively, Milton Williams, Christian Barmore, Joshua Farmer, Christian Gonzalez, and Craig Woodson are all 26 or younger. The active roster has 13 rookies, 14 if you include Campbell, who's currently on IR. That's building from strength. New England also owns 12 picks in the 2026 NFL Draft. One way to use that ammo: move up in round 1 for Tennessee corner Jermad McCoy if his stock truly slips. Here's the complication. He missed the entire 2025 season with an ACL tear. Widely viewed as top 5 talent by draft experts, but that absence can spook teams. In Field Yates' mock draft for ESPN, McCoy goes to the Eagles at number 21 overall. And the split is real. Some scouts still see top 10 ability. Others aren't sure he goes round 1 without tape this season. The fact he's even in the first round conversation after missing all of 2025 tells you how elite his 2024 was. That season, an 87.0 PFF grade, he allowed a 50% completion rate and a 53.6 passer rating, had 4 interceptions, and allowed only 2 touchdowns. Why would New England consider it? Corner depth still isn't where it needs to be for playoff football. Christian Gonzalez is a star. Marcus Jones is elite in the slot. Carlton Davis has come on in the second half of the year, but he'll turn 30 next season. After that, it gets uncomfortable. New England's CB4 situation hasn't looked playoff caliber. Alex Austin has played 16% of defensive snaps. Charles Woods is close to 10%. Austin has the team's worst PFF grade at 42.2, and Woods has played about 100 defensive snaps across his 2-year career. McCoy would change the math: immediate depth and a long-term plan next to Gonzalez. And that kind of outside tandem can speed up the entire defense, because coverage holds up longer. Pairing him long-term with Gonzalez isn't just about matching up with a WR1. It's about letting your pass rush hunt and giving your coordinator freedom on 3rd and long. The price is the fight. To move up to pick number 18 from number 30, the draft value chart suggests the Patriots would have to include their second-round pick, currently number 62. Yeah, that's steep. And contenders also survive January because of the guys who do the dirty work, especially on the edge. New England has built real depth there as the season's gone on. Harold Landry and Kayvon Chaisson have put together strong campaigns. Rookie Elijah Ponder has notched 3 sacks. 5th-round pick Braden Swinson has seen an increase in snaps over the past few weeks. But the name turning into a real offseason conversation is Anfernee Jennings. Back in August, Jennings looked like a guy who might not even make the 53. He's never been the pure win-with-bend pass rusher Vrabel usually loves. His calling card is run defense, setting the edge, playing disciplined. Then week 2 of the preseason flipped the script. 3 sacks and 4 stops against the Vikings with a 21% pressure rate. He made the team, and even with the lowest snap count of his career so far, he's carved out a role. His pressure rate is 9.2%, his highest since his rookie season. Against the Jets, he put together one of his best games, season-high 39 snaps, stepping in when Landry was injured, and looking like a player who wasn't going to let the standard slip. He posted an 82.1 overall PFF grade, his second highest of the season, and an 85.6 run defense grade, his best since week 15 of last season. And it wasn't a tiny cameo. He played the 4th most snaps in a game in his NFL career on Sunday, and the most since his rookie season in 2020. Now the spicy part, his low snap count this season could point to him being on the way out. The team would save 80% of his contract if he were released, but the late season uptick changes things. Maybe he becomes a late round trade chip if someone calls, or maybe he earns another chance to stick around in 2026. Over the last 4 games, Jennings has recorded a 12.5% pressure rate, and the usage matters. Those are games where he played 20-plus snaps each time, something he went nearly 2 months without doing before this stretch. So zoom out, and that's the day. Maye sitting on odds that say, don't overthink it. The roster churning to protect trench depth, a first-round draft swing that could be a steal if the board breaks right, and a defender who went from bubble guy to real decision point. Now tell me, what matters most for the Super Bowl chase? Keeping Maye on track for the number 1 seed, investing more in O-line depth for the playoff run, swinging big for a corner like McCoy if he falls, or riding with the defensive depth and letting guys like Jennings keep earning snaps? Drop your take in the comments, and if you want daily Patriots talk with the real context, not just the headlines, make sure you're subscribed.